Isn't it just the prettiest damn song you've ever heard? Alright. We are probably definitely finishing the whole game today. We have a lot to do. We have to get all limits. We have to get all weapons. So we're going to be doing some grinding on this stream.
The Army is currently on a mission to recover a huge materia from the undersea Mako reactor right here in Juneau. If everything goes to plan, it'll be loaded at the airport. You should leave before you get in the way. What? Me? Oh, I'll be watching from here so I don't get in the way either.
I just realized that character's name was Omega for some reason. Okay, so we're going to the underwater reactor. Pretty sure we're gonna need steel on somebody, so take it off Yuffie. I want to say the weapon shop here in Junon actually sells new weapons now too. We'll have a look. Oh right. Where'd the cannon go?
I may be imagining things, but isn't there something missing?
It's funny that they added this scene where Cloud literally can't tell what's missing here. And really, that's... You don't know what's missing. Oh, shit. I didn't know this guy sells Magic Plus. What the fuck? I never knew that. Maybe... Oh, wait. The Naki already has one. I could put one on Vincent, though. His magic is ridiculous. Put that other revive on her. Man, I really have not been doing a good job of leveling up heal. Up here in the tunnel, we actually might be able to grind because there's really, really hard enemies in here. We might be able to grind some
been acting up ever since that weapon got to it.
XP and some limit breaks because we really need them. Yeah, this guy sells a bunch of different stuff later in the game for some reason. It's really weird. I remember on the first playthrough I figured this out. I was like, oh my god, the world changes way more than I even realized.
Weapon and believe is scared everyone off, but I'm in. Soused as usual.
Soused. Soused as usual. I wonder if the other shops have anything new to offer.
I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. Weapons. Meteor. Even bad customers. Nothing will stop me.
Weapons. Well, old weapons. Old new weapons. To say we could probably sell a lot of old weapons we don't use, but we have so much money it's not even necessary now.
Oh hey, you're the yeah. It's good to so this room isn't quite just back it up. I'm gonna be updating. Hit that.
Damn, I wonder what Suna has planned down there. I was hoping maybe he moved by now, but he didn't. Cats. Early in the game, if you can handle it, because the enemies in here are hard, I want to say it's the same mobs in this tunnel right here. If you can handle beating them, it's a really, really good place to grind. With a lot of XP. And you have an inn and a place to save right here too.
All right, will
Yup.
Which I'm gonna do real quick and see what it looks like if we fight the mobs inside of here.
Good morning.
That was a really cool reference in 9 since I played 9, was it last year or earlier this year? There's one section where they play this song, and I was like, oh shit, this is Rufus's welcoming thing. Ocean, what's up, man? How you doing, dude?
Alright, men, let's show them how hard we trained!
Oh yeah, I forgot this is the way we're supposed to go to get to the reactor.
Charge! Hey, that leads to the reactor. Stop!
Okay, we have to set the alarm off and then we can fight enemies in here. And if you fight enemies in here, they're usually worth a lot. Might even be able to manip and then just have them hurt us a lot. So we can grind fucking limit breaks, because these guys, I'm really behind on limit breaks. Really into FF7 theories just like me. We talked about rebirth theories for like several hours. Hell yeah, man. Where are you at? I'm coming over. I actually forgot that you could just manipulate enemies and have them hit you like this. Maybe better to do Matra Magic? Okay, it didn't even do Matra Magic, it just fired its guns? That was weird as hell. This enemy might actually have something good to steal. Andrew, he predicted Aerith is going to live. Yeah, I think they're... You already know my thoughts on it, but... Oh, he's got that weapon for Barrett. I think they're gonna fake everybody out. They're gonna let you believe that she can't die, but then she will. Pull the old one too. I don't know how you get away with the story, because if you have an alternate timeline, you could say, you know... Hold on, I'll be right back.
We're superheroes, dude. What is going on? Hey! Oh, it takes you no matter what. Okay then. Stuck in a loop, bro. I got out of it. What the fuck? Anybody, please clip that shit. What the fuck, man?
Still there, dude. Hold on, I'm getting in the back, Chris. He's coming around.
Is he... Okay, he's not making a move yet. In between F and C, there are guys just everywhere in the cell.
Nez is after him. I'm coming back to the front.
I'm trying to... Let's try to make sure they don't take Echo.
I think
Oh,
Larry
wait,
just said
no.
F and C. Alright, sorry about that. Biggest prank in Square history? Yeah. I mean, it could be pretty good. I think it's what you're gonna have to do, but if you have multiple timelines, dude, you could just have her not die in the other one. Hold on, I'll be right back. Holy shit, how many fucking times? Oh my goodness, dude. You know, I'm almost thinking that because Sephiroth is outside of time, he's saying that and warning Cloud without expressly telling him, because he can't do anything about what's going to happen, but Cloud can. Like, maybe for whatever reason, he's not allowed to interfere with what's going to happen. You know? And he's warning Cloud because that's why, and that's the thing too. If you pay attention to when Sephiroth's fighting Cloud at the end of the game, at the very, very end, like in the cutscene, Cloud's not even close to a match for Sephiroth. I mean, Sephiroth is clearly infinitely stronger and better than he is. But it is just Cloud at the end of, you know, basically Midgar. Yeah, and he clearly needs Cloud for something. Because otherwise, why not just kill him? And I think that's what Sephiroth is doing in the other timeline that spewed off because of the shit he has changed already, which I think is what created Zack being alive. And then, I don't know if you remember the first Rebirth trailer that happened, but when that first Rebirth trailer happened, it shows that, like, everybody's dead. It showed Nanaki dead, it showed Era, Tifa, they're all getting, like, taken away by Shinra because it's like a news broadcast, and it says something like a tornado hit a sector and it killed everybody, but Cloud's not there. I think that's Sephiroth in a timeline where he has the freedom to do what he wants is changing something, but it might not matter. He needs to change it in this timeline in order to succeed. Okay, grinding here isn't so great, so besides the black materia, there's probably something else relating to the Forgotten Capital. Yeah, that's the thing. They haven't even emphasized at all, like, how important black materia is yet. I'm sure Rebirth will do that, but that's everything going into the future of the remake trilogies in question, because you don't really know, like, what's going to change, you know? I can assume that part 3 is going to have this whole section where we go get the huge materia in the underwater reactor, but maybe not.
Well, how about
depends
the
on how
last
much
one
changes.
standing gets to take her out.
All right, you're on. But what if both of us?
Whoa! Don't even go there.
Something I want to point out, we never ever see black feathers until Advent Children, and Sephiroth at the end of the movie dissipated into black feathers, so it's clearly, and we do see black feathers like right at the beginning of Remake. When Cloud has his little mental episode in the first reactor, the black feather falls and he knows who it is. I think the Sephiroth that's sticking with everything is the same one that dissipated at the end of Advent Children. Like, clearly Nomura is inserting Advent Children into the whole, like, he's making it a real thing now, for better or worse, because Advent Children's not that great. Two of your only fans.
Hey, come on.
I know, he's all
back to
salty he
work.
lost in the original. See, and to me,
Didn't get enough sleep.
you can make
What you
Sephiroth
on?
more epic by having him tamper with timelines and do all this insane shit in order to make sure he wins, but it just, I don't know, dude. It doesn't feel necessary. His plan to, you know, hit the planet with meteor and absorb the energy and become a god, that's epic enough for me. You could have just remade the game. You don't need to add shit. You don't need to make Dirge of Cerberus and Advent Children canon. You can. You don't have to. And you still would have pleased everybody. I don't think anybody would have been upset if they just remade the game the way it is being remade right now, without the plot ghosts, without the Sephiroth time jumping nonsense. You would get articles saying, oh, they didn't innovate or anything, but they are innovating. Like, the goddamn gameplay and combat system is like the greatest thing Square's ever done. To me, it's the absolute perfect crossover between what they always want is to modernize it, make it all action-based, but also have it be strategic like this game. I love that fucking combat system, dude. Probably should heal. Yeah, you can. I mean, they are clearly probably going with that angle because, you know, when Sephiroth dies at the end of the original game, you see that his life stream basically, like, he kind of disintegrates. His red life stream or his evil will or whatever lingers, and then you see the good stuff come and, like, destroy it. So to me, that was kind of final. But for the sake of remake, they're like, no, actually, he's still alive, you know, and it's like, okay, no, that's not clever, but okay. Look pretty final to me, but okay. I mean, I'm cool with it. I still am excited, you know, for Rebirth stuff, but I don't kid myself in thinking that it's not a little bit lazy and kind of weird the direction they're taking with trying to make it make sense. Because I'm quite certain by the time it's finished, I'm not going to think it's better than this game, you know. I mean, that game has to be 3 games to live up to what this game is. You know, this kind of is what it is. Saying if the novels are canon or not, I have no idea, but it explains a lot what happening in Remake. Yeah, I mean, they do allude to it. I mean, it's kind of brilliant what they're doing with it, because there's a text of dialogue that Bugenhagen actually has, and we'll actually see that in this in the stream today when we get there, but he talks about how the crisis facing the planet is greater than, like, endless time or something. So they use the time as a frame of reference for what is at stake. Dude, how amazing is this scene going to be in Remake or Rebirth? Or, well, I guess third game? Fuck, dude. This is cool as shit. First time I got here as a kid, dude, my mind was blown by this. See sharks and all kinds of crazy shit. They need to let you see, like, Emerald Weapon way in the distance here in the Rebirth, or the third game, I guess. Oh, you know what? We need morph. We need to morph something while we're here. There's a ghost ship here. We can morph into an item that we need to get underwater materia so we can fight Emerald. So I need to take that off Yuffie. I don't know how good Barrett's going to be at morphing, but we should be okay, I think. This enemy sucks because he can just remove you from the fight, and it's really bad if you're going to win at this shit. 2 things we see at the end of OG. 500 years later, Red 13 visits abandoned, vegetated Midgar, last final scene here, children laughing and playing somewhere. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, there's a lot that's left for what does this mean. A lot is left up to the player as however you choose to interpret this. To me, it's pretty clear that the idea was to save life for the planet, and whether humans are still alive or not, life has been saved for the planet. So, let's see how much Barrett hits. So to me, it's kind of like, I don't know, sequels and prequels weren't necessary because the story was old. But I kind of love things that are the originals anyway. You know, I love the originators of stories. I'm not big on prequels and sequels and all that stuff. They kind of usually tend not to be very necessary, but it's not the worst idea I've ever heard of the way they're doing it. Hey, we got that really fast. Usually this boss is a fucking pain in the ass, dude. Fuck yeah. Quite an interesting Rebirth trailer. Sephiroth says you may save the world, but will you save us? Oh yeah, is that Sephiroth? I thought that was just dialogue. It says the world will be saved, but will you, or something like that. Which is a pretty interesting line, clearly stating something. And I don't think the story is going to mean as much either if everybody lives. You know, people are going to be happy for sure. If Zack and Aerith get to go off and be happy in their own timeline, and then Cloud and Tifa are happy in this timeline, okay. But, you know, I mean, Aerith dying was important to Cloud's will and everything, and it's like, you can dick with that and say, okay, in another timeline. But at that point, it's like getting a little wild, aren't you? Is Advent Children canon to the OG? I think it is. I mean, they're essentially making it that way. To me, it's not, but... Dude, Advent Children is where they really went wrong with understanding Cloud as a character most of all, but really not even capturing like a tenth of what the original game is. It's not, you know, I mean, it's a real like misreading of the meaning. I mean, for Cloud to go through everything that happens in this game and come out the other side of it in Advent Children just depressed about Aerith when he has Tifa and everything, like, I don't know. It's a very like pessimistic point of view to write Cloud that way, in my opinion. That to me is fully Nomura. You know, what if Cloud was just sad all the time instead of being happy? You know, it's like if like Cloud could talk to Aerith, I'm sure Aerith wouldn't want him to be depressed and shit about. I mean, she kind of does that in Advent Children. She's like, I'm dead, but you know, don't worry about it. It's okay. But for some reason, he's all mopey, like Squall from 8. Temptation of the Canyon, humans survived, and what do you know? The director of that movie was Nomura. Yeah. I will say, you know, almost everything that dude has ever brought to Final Fantasy, I'm not really a fan of. He has cool character designs, I'll give him that. His artwork is really fucking awesome, too. His artwork's great. And it's only getting better. Some of his new designs for art for the characters in Rebirth is fucking top notch. I love the dude's artwork. Storytelling now? Give me the Gooch back, dude. Put Sakaguchi back in the franchise. But Sakaguchi was also such an originator that he believed that having all these sequels and stuff was really stupid. You know that his outlook on Final Fantasy was like, having sequels and prequels just didn't make sense. You need to have a complete story. And adding sequels and prequels and all this stuff is kind of like milking the game. So much so that he wound up like leaving Square. Not because of that. I mean, he kind of tanked Square himself by screwing up with that Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie. Totally tanked. And it almost like bankrupted Squaresoft, which is why they had to go into partnership with Enix, which is why it's now Square Enix.
They're after the huge materia!
So that's why Sakaguchi left, but I think he wanted to, because he even had a quote really early saying, like, how ridiculous would it be one day to say Final Fantasy 16? Like, when does it end? You know? I've always appreciated the dude for that, you know? And that's another reason why 16 is so great, because it's a full, complete story. It is getting some DLC, but at least hopefully the days are gone of Square charging people for endings and stuff like they did with Final Fantasy 13, because that was a bad time to be a Square fan. I remember hearing about that. I couldn't even believe that was real, dude. I like how right the fell off my friend's house. So we could be right, or we could be just overthinking when Aerith dies anyway. Yeah, we could. And I think that's exactly what they want, and that's a good thing. You know, I will say that even though I do want things to go a certain way, I know I'm sounding like really pessimistic about the whole remake trilogy, but it is kind of nice to be a fan of FF7 right now and not know what's going to happen. Not know what's around the corner, and then also be anticipating more Final Fantasy games. Like, even after Rebirth, it's not over. We still get more speculation. We still get to wonder And they even said they want fans to wonder what's going to happen after Rebirth. So it's gonna leave us wondering again. I just hope it's not like, what the hell? Because Chapter 18 of 7 Remake, dude, really made me go, oh no. Why are you guys doing this shit? So it took a weird turn, but it could still be really awesome, depending on how they wrap it up. I just can't believe they have all of this game to remake. There's so much stuff to do. And they actually have the audacity to be like, let's add more to it. Let's add a whole Zack timeline story. Let's add like a henchman that works for Corneo story. And it's like, dude, you guys have enough to do. You don't need to add to this. You really don't need to add to this. That's what made me nervous, and I thought for sure they're going to be cutting stuff because it's like, well, we got to do the Zack story, and we've got to do this Dirge Cerberus crap and whatever.
Damn.
But
Missed it by a whisker.
so far, they're not missing a lot. I think the stuff they added to Midgar could have been more meaningful, but it's still all there. You know, all the original stuff is there. This is the one best time to be a Square fan, considering we got 16 Rebirth and 14. Yeah, and 14, and that's another reason 16 is so great. Yoshi P, dude.
Are we at time?
Finally, Square put somebody in charge that clearly knows what they're doing with storytelling. And if Heaven's Ward wasn't to tell, Stormblood, fucking Shadowbringers, Endwalker, dude, amazing, amazing expansions for that game. Kept people, like, extremely enticed with that series for so long. Endwalker really felt like a climax in 14 for me, but we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely going to get the new expansion and play it. I just don't know if I'm as interested now, because it kind of all resolved there at Endwalker.
Help out.
Great game though. But him getting his hands on a full-fledged story like of FF16,
Don't you worry, Mr.
it was
Reno.
amazing, man.
Good care of the huge material.
Game of the year for me so far, but I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet.
Either hand it over, or we'll take it from you. Which way do you want it?
Unfortunately, I don't have time to play with you today. My priority is the huge materia.
And it's a rumor that Final Fantasy IX is getting remade. Like, what the hell, man? I don't think there's anything to steal from him, but I'm gonna try. Final Fantasy IX getting remade is a big fucking deal, dude. A lot of people, including Sakaguchi, says it's the best game. I played it and I do like it. I don't know if it's the best game to me, but it is great. It is probably the last pure Final Fantasy game. I remember when February rolls around because the early releases and probably gonna see thumbnails and stuff. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be really hard to avoid stuff. I mean, you're already trying to avoid trailers right now that there's a lot, man. They've showed a lot. What makes me hopeful is that they really haven't even shown that much. But on surface level, depending on what else is left in the game, it seems like they've showed a lot of stuff already. I didn't see if there was anything to steal. I gotta try again. Yeah, and you know someone is gonna spoil the ending or something. Someone's gonna fuck it up. They're gonna try to. Nothing? Okay. Magic. One of these does lightning, but I guess I don't have it. Let's try Ultima. Oh my god, the green. Wow, they really fixed the ear rape sound on that spell. Dude, in the original game, like the original version with the original music, that spell is hard to hear. I'm actually been getting really excited to play through Remake again, just because I remember how goddamn excited I was when we seen the gameplay of Ifrit for the first time in Midgar, and he's actually in the goddamn fight with the party members. Dude, what? That shit was insanely exciting. Want to go on Twitch, go to Twitch and figure to have some awesome discussions, but at the same time, well, I mean, you found me, man. I definitely will not be trying to spoil anything. But I'm not getting the game early or anything like that either. I wish. Really doesn't like magic breath, huh? Oh, I got very emotional. That opening scene, dude. And going back and listening to the way that it inserts like the Sephiroth music, like you could tell he's influencing the whole game, is like, whoa. First time you play that opening to 7 remake, it's like, oh my god, just hits you like a ton of bricks.
He was just buying time.
There were a lot of parts that really got me.
It's
Most of the
already
time I'm
in
scratching
the
my head
water.
though, especially chapter 18, dude. Chapter 18, I'm like, what is happening to my game? Dude, that Blink video you sent me I've been listening to is so fucking cool. I still have half an hour. Dude, it is awesome. That goddamn renditions of the music in that is my favorite. That's when Blink, to me, was at their very peak. Because that's how they played live. That dude just basically remixed the music and the vocals from the original versions and played the music himself. And yeah, it came out really well. But that's how they played before they broke up the first time. They played everything way faster. They added bridges and stuff. It is awesome. I've actually I learned how to play bass because of that band, bass and guitar. And when I get the chance to, I'm actually going to be getting a new bass guitar, and I'll probably cover those versions and make like YouTube videos of it, because I haven't got to play my bass in a very long time. And then being back together really has me wanting to play again. Am I dreaming? Am I actually seeing 7th Heaven in HD? Oh yeah, dude, everything. Like all the areas you know are the stuff that hits the hardest if you're an OG fan. Actually sound punk rock because of the speed from them. Yeah, they went. I mean, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, because when they played like that, they were playing that fast because they didn't want to be on stage together anymore. Towards the end anyway. I think at first it started out with them just like adding their own creativity to stuff they just barely made. It was crazy because like that bridge in Rock Show completely changes that whole song. I fucking love that bridge in Rock Show. And that opening to Obvious. Obvious is a really dark song about your girlfriend cheating on you, but man, God, what a killer riff. I fucking love that song.
Shinra Squad 501 will not let you take the
Kicks?
submarine.
This guy's name is Kicks. Why did your parents name you Kicks? Here, have a grenade. Glad they're back together, yeah. That was kind of one of the things that I think fueled their creativity at the time. Their anger, and they wanted to play faster. I could feel it though, man. When you watch those live shows from then, they were fucking on fire. When you play Rebirth, you gotta post archive your reaction to the ending. It's like I will. I mean, all of this is going to YouTube. I'm streaming this to you guys and up to YouTube too, and then I make it public on YouTube. Dude, I was saying that yesterday on stream. The last stream before the last one got like 150 views now on YouTube, and I don't do anything to edit them. This goes straight to YouTube, and then I just, you know, make it public for everyone to check it out if they want to later. I don't know what was going on with that video, but people really, what sucks is my microphone quality is the absolute worst it's ever been for some reason. I had a mic problem I didn't realize till the very end of that stream. And of course, that's the one that's getting all the views.
Come on, clown. Follow me.
That kind of stuff irks you when you make content because it's like, great, all these people that are watching this are gonna be like, I'm not watching this guy. Fucking Mike sucks balls.
We've come a long way.
So enjoy watching people's reactions to remake. They're like, oh, think Sephiroth now? Oh, dude, that moment was like, I was excited, but I was like, I felt like they were cramming everything into remake because they knew it was only the first game, and I was like, you guys don't have to do this. Like optimistic and happy, like holy fuck, a cool Sephiroth fight, and we get to hear a new rendition of One Winged Angel, but at the same time, it's like, why are you guys doing this? You don't have to cram a Sephiroth boss fight just because it's an FF7 game.
Oh no! This is terrible!
There's no escape. I don't want to die.
There's still so much that I've got to do. I never even did that special victory pose in battle.
All right then.
I'm pretty sure Echo is Suna, dude.
Victory. Show 'em
I think
what
I said that
you're
before,
made
but I'm pretty sure the dude that voices Echo, Soldier over here, is definitely Suna himself.
of. Begin the final training.
Yes.
So we could fight and kill these dudes.
Sorry about that. Echo, fast! Let's do this shit! Charge!
Or we could take them prisoner, which is funny because they're so like out of our league. We can just say, nah, we're not gonna fight you, sit down.
Fight them.
And I enjoyed people's reaction even more. They're like, why are we at the end of the game? This is Edge of Yeah, dude, that was where it's like, okay, you guys are skipping over like 80% of the game to get to the ending. Okay, it was worth fighting these guys to hear the dialogue. They like roar when they shoot us and shit. Oh man, I just realized Barrett has mug now. Gee, okay.
Any longer.
I'm actually glad we fought these guys to hear their voice lines. Five's Echoes and Rex are clone names in Star Wars Clone Wars. Probably is a reference to that. Biggs, Wedge, I don't know about Jesse, but Biggs and Wedge. Biggs and Wedge are actually from Star Wars. A lot of people don't know that. They see that and they think it's a reference to Final Fantasy, but it's actually Final Fantasy reference to Star Wars.
They got me.
I'm sure that is another reference they inserted just for the sake of the mod, though. Oh wow, we stole Shinra Alpha and we got Shinra Beta as a drop. I didn't know that. I didn't know that happened in that fight.
Please. I just can't take it
Biggs
anymore.
Wedge originated in Star Wars.
Lack of
Sakaguchi is
space,
actually a massive star. Yep.
Shaking. The engine.
What's with the weird noises? The hell did you move this thing?
It's moving. Cloud.
Learn something new every day, yep.
That's more like it. No sweat. Just leave it to me.
If it breaks down, I'll smack it one. That ought to fix it.
Yeah, you just shoot it, Barrett. It'll be fine.
Cloud.
Shoot the engines.
Give it a try.
I don't know how the hell this is going to work in the third remake game, dude. How are you going to pilot a fucking submarine in the third remake game?
Now what?
I might actually need to read the manual here. I can't remember this game. I know that if we do it right, we can just win this in 2 seconds.
Submarine Manual Beginner's Edition. Main controls. Press menu to advance. Cancel to retreat. Switch to shoot a torpedo. Down to ascend. Up to descend.
Okay.
So we're after the red leader submarine carrying the huge materia.
They're gonna need to rework this minigame though, because you can kill this red submarine instantly. I want to see if I can do it.
Submarines by centering them in your view screen. Mines are displayed on top of the fluctuating column, and of course our objective is to sink the red leader submarine. Hints. Interesting. Number 1. Center the enemy in your view screen.
I think we'll get a clue if Dyne lives in Rebirth. They'll say something about Aerith. I don't think they're gonna mess with Dyne.
Start the mission.
Like, Aerith is clearly, from the beginning of Remake, more important to the whole story of the remake, the whole trilogy. Dyne isn't as important. That would be, I don't know, very weird if they did that. I always hoped in the original game Dyne would join the party because he seemed to have the same views, but he's kind of nuts in this game. That scene can be very emotional, though. The scene in Remake where... Oh god, this is in like 2 frames per hour, dude. For some reason, it starts you right behind the red submarine. So you can just blast them if you know what you're doing. The controls are weird as fucking... Dude, even as a kid, I was like, what is this? What the hell is going on here? Like, you can barely understand all of these gauges and shit. This minigame is funky as hell. That one's going to be interesting because I think they're going to do that in a one-to-one scale, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be in the ocean. It's not going to look different than actually traversing the ocean.
Phew, we did it.
That's going to be weird, man.
Should have sunk to the bottom of the sea with the submarine. Let's go and search for it.
All units, do you copy?
Minigame is going to be so much more bad. I know, dude. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. God, dude, I really lost it. I don't know if you've seen my reaction video, Ocean, or if you've got a chance to check out the YouTube.
Okay, I'll do my best.
But me and Blood
This
Cell.
is Unit 2. Everything is
Oh wait,
normal.
that's not. What am I doing?
We're sending your new orders.
Me and Blood Cell did a reaction to that most recent Rebirth trailer, and dude, when they showed the minigame, we fucking lost it, dude.
No further orders.
Absolutely lost it.
To guard duty. That is all. Over and out.
I have a few reactions of stuff leading up to Rebirth, actually. I've been tracking that pretty well.
Forget about the huge materia for now. We're surfacing. Go.
When they announced the Crisis Core remake and fucking the release date and time frame for that and Rebirth, dude, I got emotional on that one.
Button to get on or move forward.
Okay, now we have our submarine. So now I think we're supposed to go to Rocket Town. Let me talk to somebody.
Just how do those Shimmer boneheads figure on destroying meteor with huge materia?
How are you feeling? It's okay if you need to rest. You shouldn't overdo it.
Oh wait, I forgot. We're supposed to go back in the ocean because the game forces you to dock for some reason right there, but you're supposed to go back down to that submarine and get the huge material off the ocean floor.
Think about restarting the space program.
They should do a podcast with Rebirth. I'd watch the shit out of that. I mean, maybe. Blood Cell is a Final Fantasy VIII fan because he sucks. No, I'm just kidding. So I like to talk with him about 7 because we both kind of grew up playing it, but I don't know if he'd be very interested in that. I mean, usually I try to get a lot of my talking in when it comes to 7 by playing this or playing Rebirth or whatever. I'll just share my thoughts on stream, and if I think they're important, I'll clip them out and upload them. Doing a podcast you would watch? I mean, maybe. See, mine and Blood Cell's content has to be edited because we do a lot of like, what do we talk about now?
So this is the sub we sank. Makes me sick just thinking about it.
Huge material recovered. No damage appears to have been sustained.
What a relief.
What's funny is sometimes, when I was a kid, sometimes you can do that cutscene and get the huge materia and you turn around and Emerald is sitting right here. And you're just holding X because you're just waiting for the game to load, and you go and you run into him and then you fucking die. And guess what? You didn't save for 2 hours, so you're fucked. This big dickhead over here is the super boss in this game. And we're definitely going to kill him, but man, he's tough. Doing these big kaiju fights, I don't know how they're going to do that stuff either. I don't know how they're going to do Ruby weapon, Emerald weapon, Diamond weapon. I was saying, you know, Sapphire weapon that gets shot in the face from the cannon at Junon? They should make that a boss fight, because that would essentially be the opening of the next game. The party waking up in Junon, Cloud's missing, all that crazy stuff. I feel like it'd be entertaining, because just hearing theories from FF7 OG fans while comparing gameplay with remakes. Well, I'll be trying to do as much of that as humanly possible when I play the remake again, because I am definitely doing like a lore run through of that before Rebirth comes out. Between now and then, I'm going to be playing the Metal Gear Collection this month when it comes out, and Spider-Man 2. So we'll be doing a ton of that stuff, man, for sure. So we have huge material. I think now we need to go back to Rocket Town.
Something's up at Rocket Town. We can't be thinking about restarting a spec.
Shinra only cares about living in the present, but I have to live for 500 years. I can't afford to let things carry on as they are.
How does it feel, Cloud? Living a life that is yours alone.
Just how do those Shinra boneheads figure on destroying meteor with huge materia?
Rocket scene, dude, in the third remake game is going to
How
be
are
so
you
epic,
feeling?
too.
It's okay if you need to rest. You shouldn't overdo it.
There's a theory from my friend that instead of Aerithang and Forgotten Capital, it's actually Sephiroth that dies, but it doesn't matter since Sephiroth always comes back. I've heard that one's new, but I've heard like instead of Aerith, it's Tifa. I mean, they would be mad to try anything like that, dude. They really would be, because I mean, good luck with the fandom if you try to pull that shit. Get rid of Tifa, man. You're gonna have a problem. We do have the guidebook, so we can get underwater materia right now, which we need to fight
The
Emerald.
world's changed completely in the past few days. Meteors blotting out the sky. Those monsters are parading around like they own the place. Many of my friends have lost their lives. I think I'll go on a journey to pray for their souls. A map of the underworld, rumored to lie with a sunken ship. The guidebook. A rose said to bloom once every 1,000 years in the desert. The desert rose. A harp that calms the hearts of all who hear it. The earth harp. Is there nobody who can bring them to me? Oh, it's the guidebook. Will you trade it for this underwater materia I have here? Well, how about it? Okay, it's a done deal.
Instead of Aerith, it's Cloud, but it's super vague and the credits just roll. You know, I heard a leak or something that's a total rumor.
Materia.
But somebody said that Rebirth ends with a new protagonist going forward from then on. So they might just switch over to Zack's timeline at the end and have you playing as him for the third game, which is... I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I mean, I hope they don't make the mistake of thinking that just because people get to see the same places is going to feel the same if it's not with the right characters. Because it's not. You know, they might pull a Chrono Trigger, actually, now that I think of it, because spoilers for Chrono Trigger, if you haven't beaten that or you care to, but the main character of that dies, like fully dies, but you use like time to bring him back. It's like a whole in-depth thing, but yeah, very interesting the way that plays out. So they might pull a Chrono Trigger with it. It was a really cool storyline from that game. I think there's a reason it was in that game and not in this one, but you know, whatever. Shoehorn it in here, why not? Oh yeah, we can go to the Ancient Forest, weird ass place. And oh, I just now realized we could get Apocalypse right now. Let's do it. This place is confusing as shit, man.
Release captured insects and frogs by pressing confirm.
I always hated doing this fucking forest as a kid.
Where they are released, so try using them in various places. To give up, press switch.
So I'm trying to remember this now. Need to hop across here. Maybe Cloud dies. Sephiroth like another failure. Time to restart the timeline. There's so much. There's so many like possible outcomes, dude, and they've made it like that deliberately, so people that are always talking about the game, it's cool because there's a lot of that crazy interpretation shit going on in games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls. So it could be something like that. Shit, I fucked this up. I have to restart this. I also heard Aerith lives with Zack dies, so that the canon correct itself with Zack lore. Well, see, that's the thing too, is like you had the plot ghosts in Remake. They said a while ago that the plot ghosts were not going to be in Rebirth, but now they're saying they won't say if they're going to be in Rebirth, and it's like, what? You already said they weren't going to be there, and now you're saying you don't know if they're going to be there?
Release Cap to give up.
A lot of what happens at the end of... Oops, I did not mean to push square there.
You can release Cap to give up.
A lot of what happens at the end of Remake is not explained. It just happens. You know, it looks like Sephiroth absorbs all of the whispers, which could have its own profound impact on what's going to happen going forward, because now he can dictate time. I think us defeating the Arbiter of Fate or whatever it is, like it's exactly what Sephiroth wanted Cloud and the party to do. Because they were interfering with him, interfering with time, but now they're gone. So confused if we're overthinking this or would actually be a different this time. You know, to me, in a perfect world, because they've already opened the door to the timeline craziness, it's an excuse to trick people. But if you ask me, they should do it the same. I don't know, you know, what that's going to mean for Zack's timeline and all that stuff, but I don't think you get away with not killing Aerith. You know, I just don't know how you get away with that. I'm not saying I want her to die, but I just don't know how you get away with it. It's kind of essential to the whole story, but they kind of already threw that shit out the door when they openly show Zack living at the end of Remake. So they didn't let people down easy. They were like, guess what? Now this guy's alive. I think it should be the same, but I predict it's going to be different. I think some things are going to happen differently, but I mean, to me, I think what's going to happen is everyone's going to get to have their cake and eat it too. Even though it'll be in different timelines, like, you're going to have sadness on both ways, because in Cloud's timeline, Aerith is going to die. But he's going to have a better resolution from that than he did in the original game, where he gets all mopey in Advent Children. Or maybe they just retcon Advent Children if we're lucky. Now I'm trying to remember how to get up here. Oh, this thing eats you, I forgot. Fly trap. Oh, right, we gotta go up. I think we both agree, though, no matter what, Rebirth will end with a cliffhanger. Yeah, I mean, they've said as much. I think I need to take this. Fuck. Take a bug up there and swap it, and it gives us like a beehive or some weird shit, and then we gotta use that. Set off that trap. There's so many weird things that can happen. It is exciting, like I said, to be a really hardcore fan and not know what's coming. And they said they want to keep people excited for whatever's coming in the third game. I just hope that their cliffhanger isn't something that's going to be like, oh no. I'm sure it will be, though, because the first game was. Put this in here. There we go. So now we have the frog. Maybe take... No, wait. I don't know if I remember how to do this right. Leave him there. Grab the frog. Get in a fight. Earth lives. How's the story changed? I mean, from then on... I mean, they've already pretty much said... At the end of Remake, when you destroy, like, the Arbiters of Fate and all that crazy shit, that is pretty much, in a meta way, the creators telling you shit is not going to be the same from now on. Even though in every interview since then, they're like, please expect the game to play out the same way and all this stuff. And it's like, how the fuck can you possibly say that and expect anyone to believe you? Like, no one is buying that, dude. I don't expect the story to be the same. Wait, how the hell do I... Maybe I just put the frog on here? No? Okay, yeah. Fuck, but I needed that other bug to get over here, I think. Goddamn forest sucks, dude. As it would be, I don't think we're seeing like a super happy ending where Zack and Aerith live happily ever after. I think we are. Whether it be in this timeline or their own, I think that's exactly what they just tweeted something today about the character art. Okay, I think this is gonna launch us over there. Hold on one second. They tweeted something today about the artwork, kind of explaining what it means. I want to find it and show you real quick. Okay, see? They're saying, created by creative director Tetsuya Nomura, this artwork represents the three worlds, he says, that form the axis of the story of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Sephiroth is in the center as he represents the instigator of the events of the past. Cloud and Zack on the side as they represent their destinies being torn apart by Sephiroth. So what I see is Cloud in the night sky from the promise he made with Tifa. So his destiny is Tifa. Zack and, you know, the wide open blue sky that kind of represents Crisis Core and his future with Aerith he never had. And then Sephiroth with the blood fire and the red, which clearly back here what's happening is Meteor being summoned, I think. And then all of this is destruction. They changed this. This didn't have these details before. When they first showed this, they didn't show this fire and shit. What they say is Cloud, Zack on the sides represented by their destinies being torn apart by Sephiroth. The image of blood, fire, and red that evokes Sephiroth stains the sky and spreads over the world. So this is encroaching on Zack and Cloud's. The subtle red shade is also apparent in the logo. So the logo being red means something bad is going to happen. You know, something bad is going to happen. Which is interesting because this clearly, if something bad is going to happen, I mean, all signs point towards something not good happening with Aerith, which is a good thing because that's what's supposed to happen. But again, they might be pulling the rug. Something announced for, oh, I think I know what this is. It was me being right the whole time. Yep. Dude, the amount of vitriol that's come from this community over this is fucking gross. I get why people, like, I know that there's like, I think it's Gaelic or some kind of Scottish fairy tale character. So 7, this was not a part of Final Fantasy 7. Comment wars on it is disgusting. I don't even want to know, man. A lot of people are really excited about it, but I mean, I've seen, yeah, like Blitz content creators get, you know, in these arguments over people being upset that they're happy it's pronounced this way. It doesn't hurt anybody for it to be pronounced another way, you know? It's supposed to be pronounced Ketchi, according to Scottish Gaelic language. But it's not. You know, it's a fucking video game cat. Why does it matter that much to anybody? Like, you want Scottish representation of, like, you want Scotland to be represented in Final Fantasy VII, a weird Japanese RPG with a fucking cat in it? I don't get it, man. But I was always right since I was 5 years old, so I'm really happy to know. I'm really happy to know, dude. I'm always right. I'm always right. Yeah, I do agree with the red color scheme. I mean, they're pretty much telling you. Jedi has red scheme, someone's gonna die. Yeah. I mean, I think that's very indicative of something sad is coming. But who and what remains to be seen. I think I'm still moving through this forest, right? I don't know, I lost my train of thought with all the lore. It's another part of the game I hated as a kid, but I kind of memorized so I wouldn't have to struggle through it too much. Is an obvious answer, is it? Or the theory answer? Yeah. I mean, obviously... Dude, I really don't know what they're gonna do. I think no matter what, though, they're gonna piss somebody off. And I hope they accept that, because there's almost nothing they can do about that. You know, they are going to piss somebody off. If they do the same old thing, and it's 7 original, Aerith dies, and oh no, those people are gonna be pissed. And if Aerith doesn't die, and, you know, they change it entirely, well then those people are going to be pissed. Fine with either. I wish a lot of people seen it that way, man. There is going to be a shitstorm, I think, either way. To me, it's like the only reason I'm for it being mostly similar or close to the same is because they're the ones that said this thing was going to be a remake, and they lied, you know? That's the only reason. If you said, listen, we're going to remake 7, but it is going to be different from the very beginning, I'd be like, okay. Then I can't complain if stuff's different. But they didn't do that. One of the first things fucking Nomura said was, we're naming the game Remake because we didn't want people to get confused thinking it was a movie or a sequel, and it is a sequel. So, you know, it's not being clever to just lie to everybody. I'm gonna be fine with both because it doesn't really matter, you know, how I feel. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not one of these people that acts like this game doesn't exist if Remake or Rebirth totally fucks the story upside down. This game still exists. And if I'm being perfectly honest, and like Remake totally ruins it for people, you can just play this fucking mod. Because you get voice acting, you get better graphics, you can get some gameplay mods that change things around if you're into that. The original game is still always going to be here. People act like, I don't know, man, like somehow it's going to delete this game if, you know, I don't know. I don't know why people think that way. Very weird. Hey, they changed this into an actual materia. Normally this is like a bag item. And I did not know this summon was in this game for fucking years, dude, because I never wanted to do this stupid mini game section here. Fucking hated this forest so much. But typing on Yuffie. Still blows my mind that there are still fans out there that refuse to believe there are 2 timelines. Yeah, there are people that still don't think that there are people that still don't think Remake is a sequel to this game, which is nuts. But maybe they're right. Maybe we're completely wrong. Just never know anymore, man. Nomura's a fucking madman. Who knows what this guy's planning? The fucking Ochu. These things suck. Think we could steal something good from him? At this point, there's a 95% chance we're right. Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty confident about it, but dude, in spite of everything that was said about Remake, I still didn't see Chapter 18 coming. I mean, I don't think anyone did. I've watched people that I know love the game very much, including myself, play that section, and you know, we're usually sitting there going like this. You know, what? I want to like this, but I don't. Like, why are we? What is happening? Didn't want to kill him, but that's fine. I like the aspect that it's getting you to think about what might be going on, but still. Still, man, what the hell? I didn't want to morph. I'm fucking playing like an idiot now. Just stare off in the distance, scratching their head on what happened. It's really because they're not giving you any information whatsoever, which is fine. Obviously intentional, but... And you know, I don't appreciate the marketing talk where they're like... like I said, we talked about this before, but I don't appreciate the marketing talk where they're like, you don't have to play Remake to understand Rebirth. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? How can you possibly say that? Are you high? Have you seen your own game? Do you know what you made? Nah, it's fine. You don't need to get critical information to understand this fucking nonsense that's happening here, dude. You're good. Okay, we need to throw this thing into that thing. We need to take this thing back over here. Use this thing to get a frog. If it's going to. Oh, here we go. Then we take the frog. This thing will spit the frog out. Then we take it to the other side. The area is so weird, man. We'll be able to use YouTube for like 2 weeks when it comes out. I know, man. You're going to have to delete the app or something. There is a way you can, like, put in certain words, certain keywords in your phone. I don't know about your phone, but I know on PC you can. Maybe on your phone too, that just will not come up on your phone if they're on Twitter or something like that. It's still gonna be... I don't like doing that shit because it gives you this safety net where you think you're okay and then you see something you don't want to see anyway, and it's like, fuck. Then you're even more upset because you weren't supposed to see that. Like Dragon Ball, so you can avoid everything. I don't know if we got everything on the last screen. I might have to go back and do the first screen again, but we'll pop over here and grab Apocalypse right now. Boing. Dude, my bot is putting up that fucking warning like way too often. Let me turn this down real quick. Hang on. It's starting to drive me nuts. Thankfully, I was not spoiled on FF16. Yeah, me neither. I definitely tried not to be, but luckily, did not get spoiled on that game, and I'm really happy about that because 16 turned out to be one of the best Final Fantasy games I have ever played. Shut this bot up so it won't pop up so goddamn often. Still not spoiled on 16? Okay. Yeah, remember not to say shit about 16. She doesn't know. She can never know. Fuck, now I have to make some hard decisions on materia with Cloud because Apocalypse does triple materia growth, but it only has 3 slots. Which sucks. It's really made well. Yeah, it's a really good quality video game. That's what we could say. Give your non-spoiler review on 16. All I can say is, I mean, I think it's clear how much I like Final Fantasy games. I've played, this is not the maybe even 100th time I've played 7, mods or not. Final Fantasy 8, I played directly after 7 as a kid, and I was a very big fan of it, so 8 was closely my second favorite of all time, and now 16 is, so whatever that means to you. What did you say last time? You're not even halfway? I think you are actually more than halfway now. What was the last thing you did in that game, Ronnie? Oh wait, I need to check that first screen, but we do have Apocalypse, and I need to figure out what we're doing with Materia now. So enjoy the menuing, guys. Fuck, we're gonna lose our added effect combo here on Cloud too, which sucks. I hate that. That's right, I could probably spread something around, but we need Apocalypse. It's so good, dude. Triple fucking materia growth is insane. Probably put Ultima up here, Comet up here, and Turbo can go to somebody else. Fight Bahamut? Ronnie, you've never been so close to getting banned, I swear to God. Bahamut? Are you fucking serious, kid? Are you serious? What happens after that? You have another icon to fight. Yeah, you're more than halfway. I just assume you're doing it on purpose anymore just to irritate me, goddamn you. Crazy Crackpot Theory, the entire party dies in the Forgotten Capital from Starfrost Trap, but it's a different timeline. I think they might do some trickery like that. You know, they're gonna do some crazy shit where like, Tifa's gonna die. Because, you know, they did that in Remake. Like, Barrett got stabbed by Sephiroth. And it was like, bro, you can't do this. You cannot do this. But then it was a trick, you know? It was like, oh, the plot ghost saved you. Sometimes I do, but this time I really don't know how to spell. Okay, fine. Forgiven. I do think, Ocean, you're probably right about that. I think, you know, that, now that I think of it, that might be the most likely thing that they're gonna do. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Tifa gets murdered, but don't worry, that's the other timeline that doesn't really matter. Which to me is like, okay, but you're still like bastardizing the shit out of like the meaningfulness of the characters. If you're like, oh, it doesn't matter because different timeline, it's like, yeah, but I still care about that character. Like, what the fuck, man? Why would you do this to Aerith? Why would you do this to Tifa? Some things I just don't understand. I think I had a new weapon for Sid. Scimitar? Oh, Scimitar has triple. I was thinking it was Moth for some reason. Dude, the reactions would be so crazy if everyone died. You know what's crazy? They've kind of spoiled that already, because in that one first trailer for Rebirth, dude, they show everybody dying at the beginning, which has to be the other timeline, because the original party, our party from Remake, left Midgar. But the party from the other timeline is getting killed because Sephiroth, I think, has free reign in the other timeline. Like, he can do whatever he wants, and he's just testing the waters at that point. What if they don't explain it? It's a different timeline and just fade to black? That is not acceptable to me. You already taken away Vincent and Sid gameplay, don't fuck with me like that. Don't fucking play games with me, man. I mean, that would be just divisive in a way that I wouldn't be okay with. That's just trying to piss people off, I would think. Oh wait, Steel went on her. Fuck me, man. Everyone's just... Okay, we don't need EXP Plus. I forgot we won that from the Chocobo races. You need better armor, Yuffie. Why do you have such a weak piece of crap on? Wait, does this have growth? I didn't see. Yes. Sephiroth cuts down each member one by one, and then Cloud is bleeding on the floor, and then credits roll? Nah, dude. Fuck that. Stop giving them ideas, man. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. You know how stupid they are. They're gonna hire you for that shit, Ocean. God's hand. Not stronger than Power Soul. Sorry, I'm really trying to figure out how I want materia set up for the end game here, because we're going to be rocking like this for a while. What do you have? You have a guard? Like I said, Crocodile 3, I don't want this to happen. Stop saying words, man. Because they will take that shit and go to town with it. Man, I hate that Scimitar only has fucking 2 slots. That's awful. But worth it. We don't need Chocobo Lure anymore. Nomura gets all his crazy ideas from Kingdom Hearts and whatever he's smoking, definitely. I mean, Kingdom Hearts is whatever he was smoking then was something good. Check this first screen. I think I missed something in here. I'm kind of wondering what weapons are going to be in Rebirth, though. You know, because, like, what did Cloud get? He got, like, a good chunk of weapons. Everyone did, really. What the hell? Cloud had a new final weapon in Remake. I can't remember what the hell it was called. It was something that's not in the original game, though. Turn off battles for a second so I can look around. Oh yeah, there's this down here. How the fuck do I get that?
You can release Cap.
Need to take these over here again. Tifa and Aerith costumes. They did actually just say there would be costumes. Funnily enough. Wait, I need a trap for this. How do I... Oh, never mind. I don't know if this is... If I reset, do I get to keep the item? Oh wow, you do. Holy shit. Just get the thing and leave. I don't remember if this weapon's any good for Vincent, though. Holy shit, yes it is, but it's got no materia growth. Fuck. Okay, well, Ancient Forest is done, at least. At least we don't have to do that anymore. Where did I park the damn ship? There it is. Oh yeah, dude, we can go talk to Lucrezia now. We have to come here with the submarine. Or no, we could just use the gold chocobo. What am I talking about? We need to have Vincent in our party. This is a scene that a lot of people might have missed.
Vincent.
That voice. It can't be. Lucrezia. Is that you?
Vincent?
Playing remake after this? Which difficulty? Oh, I'll definitely be playing. I don't know about which difficulty because it's a lore through.
Stay back!
And I mean, hard mode is easy on New Game Plus because you get all your weapons and all your stuff carried over, but starting a new game, like a new fresh game on hard mode, might actually be insanely difficult. Also crazy that this is completely missable information here.